विनायका प्रतिपुरीश्वर विनायका प्रतिपुरीश्वर विनायका श्री गणेश विनायका जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिव चिदंबरा ओंकारा 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 प्रतिविहारा पापविदूरा प्रतिविहारा पापविदूरा प्रतिविहारा पापविदूरा प्रतिविहारा पापविदूरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा 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 ब्रह्मपरा जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिव चिदंबरा ओंकारा जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिव चिदंबरा ओंकारा प्रतिविहारा पापविदूरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोद्धारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोद्धारा भरा भावगोचरा शिव चिदंबरा ओंकारा।
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला,
गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला,
गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला,
नागर साई गोपाला,
मीरा के प्रभु श्याम 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 गोपाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
मुरली मनोहर श्याम गोपाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला,
गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला,
गिरिधर नागर साई गोपाला,
मीरा के प्रभु श्याम 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 गोपाला,
करुणा सागर हे नंदलाला।
श्री करी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी,
करी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी,
श्री करी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी,
करी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी,
शंकरी अभयंकरी शुभंकरी साईश्वरी,
शंकरी अभयंकरी शुभंकरी साईश्वरी
शङ्करी अभयङ्करी शुभङ्करी साईश्वरी
शङ्करी अभयङ्करी शुभंकरी साईश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी शिवङ्करी साईश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी
तांडव केली प्रियकरी भैरवी प्रणयंकरी
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 सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
अम्ब सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी क्षेमंकरी साईश्वरी
शङ्करी अभयङ्करी शुभङ्करी साईश्वरी
करी अभयंकरी शुभंकरी साईश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी शिवङ्करी साईश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी क्षेमंकरी साईश्वरी
तांडव केली प्रियकरी भैरवी प्रणयंकरी
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 सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
अम्ब सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
सर्वेश्वरी सुंदरी दया करी महेश्वरी
श्रीकरी कृपा करी शिवंकरी साईश्वरी
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our collective salutations at the feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, respected elders, esteemed guests and members of the music fraternity, staff and students, brothers, sisters, and everyone joining us live from around the globe, Sai Ram and a very good evening to all. We will commence this evening's proceedings with Vedic invocation by grade 9 and 10 students of the Prashanti Balamandira Girls High School, Chikbalapur, and they will chant the Durva and Mrittika Suktam. This morning marked the commencement of Bharath Sangeeta Sammelan 2021 here at Sathya Sai Grama, a convention of nationally acclaimed musicians of varied styles and genres who've gathered here to throw light on the healing effects of Indian classical music and to enable the youth of today to connect to Indian music. We will now have a summary reading of the morning's proceedings by Brother Rishi Gopinath. Brother Rishi is currently pursuing his bachelor's degree in Vedic Studies, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. He hails from Canada and joined our institution in his grade 9. He is part of the Sri Sathya Sai Symphony Orchestra. A budding multi-instrumentalist, Brother Rishi plays the guitar, violin, saxophone, baglama, and the grand piano. He is also pursuing a diploma in Western music under the university. Brother Rishi Gopinath.
Sairam. Good evening and welcome to all to the evening session of the first day of the Bharath Sangeeta Sammelan 2021, presented by the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. This two-day conference is intended to disseminate the knowledge of the healing effects of Indian classical music. This morning, the Bharath Sangeeta Sammelan 2021 was flagged off in the divine presence of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, with the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba in this Premamrutham hall with the Vedic invocation Brahmanandavalli. This event brought together on stage various stalwarts of the classical music fraternity, Ganakala Bhushana Vidwan Dr. R.K. Padmanabha, Dr. Manjunath, and Pandit Ronu Majumdar. The Chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, Sri Narasimha Murthy, emphasized that regardless of whether you love God or not, if you sing with love, God will love you. The keynote address was delivered by Ganakala Bhushana Vidwan Dr. R.K. Padmanabha. He reinforced the point that music can lead us to moksha, which is liberation itself. The chief guest of the conference, the globally renowned flautist Pandit Ronu Majumdar, in his address said, "If we sing alone, it is ek geet. If we sing together, however, it is sangeet." He added, while swara or melody is the mother, laya or rhythm is the father. Sadguru affirmed in his discourse that both Carnatic and Hindustani music are like mothers. Though they might be different, their love towards us is the same. Sadguru also announced that the Sangeeta Sammelan would henceforth be held here annually. Thereafter, there was a short break and the first technical session of the Sammelan commenced. Mridangam Vidwan and Dean, Student Affairs, Professor at the PES University, Bengaluru, Dr. V. Krishna chaired the morning technical session. During the session this morning, the first speaker, Dr. T.V. Manikandan, Dean, Department of Music at the Delhi University, spoke on the impact that alpha, beta, delta, and gamma waves have on brain functions such as the secretion of the serotonin hormone. He detailed the effects of music on mental and physical well-being. The second speaker, renowned flautist Vidwan Mysore A. Chandan Kumar, said, "Ranjeti iti ragam," that which entertains you is a raga. While speaking on the topic ragas for emotional well-being, he declared that a raga is that which can both roar like a lion and cry like a baby. The third speaker, vocalist, naturopathic doctor, and music therapist Dr. Vinaya, revealed how the 7 chakras can be activated by singing the 7 different swaras. Shadja activates Sahasrara, Madhyama activates Anahata, Dhaivata activates Swadhisthana, etc. She also spoke about the therapeutic effects of music on physical and physiological well-being. The fourth and final speaker of the morning technical session was Dr. Purnima K. Murthy, Ayurveda and yoga scholar, who is the director and chief consultant of the Prajna Kutira Ayurveda Center at Mysore. She clarified that music is better explained by singing it rather than just by speaking about it. She asserted that the close connection between Ayur and Veda work such that both contribute towards better health. The goals of today's sessions were to shine a light on the therapeutic effects of music on both mental as well as physical health. Thus, Dr. Vinaya wrapped up session 1 with a key secret from her experiential standpoint, which is that the mantra Om Namo Narayanaya is a magic formula to enter into the state of deep sleep or sushupti. Mothers of yore would teach this mantra to their children to calm down and fall asleep. She pointed out that music improves immunity, detoxifies, improves math and other secular education skills, sleep, and even one's overall personality. Music therapy should therefore get the prominence and positioning on par with that of Ayurveda. Thus concluded the morning technical session. Post-lunch, the second technical session was chaired by the renowned Veena artist, Dr. Suma Sudhindra, and began with speaker Sangeeta Vidushi Dr. Meenakshi Ravi, who trains children with special needs. She drew from her experience that even non-musical goals could be achieved through the learning of music. The second speaker, Pandit Ronu Majumdar, while speaking about the healing effects of music, emphasized that where there is music, there is ananda, or bliss. Thirdly, Carnatic vocalist and music therapist Dr. Geeta R. Bhatt spoke about music and children's psychology and shared countless instances of children benefiting from music therapy. She asserted from her own personal experience, whereby a person who was diagnosed with paralysis recovered after just 6 months of music therapy. The fourth and final speaker of the second session was Mridangam Vidwan N.G. Ravi. He spoke about rhythm therapy for children with special needs. He explained how rhythm is the most important aspect of our life, saying that even our very own heartbeats are set to a specific rhythm. Thus, the first day of the Bharath Sangeeta Sammelan 2021 was concluded with the facilitation of all speakers. We'd like to end by offering gratitude to Sadguru on behalf of all the attendees for providing such an educational opportunity. Rare is such a chance to learn and absorb from so many great minds on such a beautiful subject. Thank you, and Sai Ram.
To discuss and deliberate on the qualities and properties of sugar candy is one thing. It is only when we actually put a piece of the candy into our mouth can we experience for ourselves as to what sweetness really is. Not only has the knowledge of its property become ours, but also the enjoyment and experience of the sweetness. And so it is with music too. Through the day, much has been spoken on music as a therapy and its magical effects. It is now time for us to sit back, listen to the sound of music, and tap into the rhythm of percussions. We have a classical Carnatic presentation by renowned musicians and percussionists. And what makes this evening really special is the unique presence of 3 generations of musicians who have and are carrying forward the legacy of Carnatic percussions. Tetakudi Harihara Vinayakaram, popularly known as Sri Vikku Vinayakaram, is considered as the god of ghatam. Born to Kalaimamani T.R. Harihara Sharma, a musician and teacher, Sri Vinayakaram began performing at the age of 13. He first began learning the mridangam and upon his father's guidance shifted to the ghatam and today has repositioned the instrument in the world of percussions. Even as he accompanied the instrument in the world of percussionists, and the likes of Balmurli Krishna, Semmangudi Srinivas Iyer, M.S. Subbalakshmi and others, he is credited with popularizing the earthen pot as a lead instrument more than an accompanying one. He has collaborated with musicians both Indian and Western and has been the recipient of various awards including the Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship and the Padma Bhushan. Sri Vikkuji is in fact the first South Indian musician to win a Grammy Award in 1991 for his album Planet Drum in collaboration with Zakir Hussain. Sri Vinayakaram's eldest son, Sri Selvaganesh, is a leading kanjira player. The father-son duo together run a music academy, Sri A Ganesan Talavadya Vidyalaya in Chennai, training and producing new stars in Carnatic percussion. He will be performing on the kanjira. Sri V Umashankar is the second son of Sri Vikku Vinayakaram and following the footsteps of his illustrious father, chose the ghatam as his main instrument. Since his first concert at the age of 12, Sri Umashankar has had a meteoric rise as an accompanying artist in Carnatic music. Continuing the Sangeeta Parampara is Sri Vinayakaram's grandson, Sri Swaminathan Selvaganesh, who is also a kanjira maestro. He began training at the age of 4 under the guidance of his grandfather and father and is known for cross-cultural collaborations. He is also a leading playback music composer and will present rhythmic vocals, also known as Konakol, the art of singing percussion notes vocally. We also have with us Sri A Ganesan on the morsing this evening. Senior disciple of T.R. Harihara Sharma, late father of Sri Vikkuji, Sri Ganesan is a senior morsing player who has excelled in this art form. He began learning at a very young age and has performed at various music festivals around the world accompanying Sri Vikkuji. Brothers and sisters, please put your hands together for Sri Vikku Vinayakaram and group. Sai Ram.
Siva 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 தென்னா துடைய பெரியவா போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி சர்வஜ்ஞா சர்வ வியாபி பெரியவா சரணம் மாய பிறப்பருக்கும் மகா பெரியவா அடி போற்றி மாய பிறப்பருக்கும் மகா பெரியவா அடி போற்றி மாய பிறப்பருக்கும் மகா பெரியவா அடி போற்றி జిత ముదంజిత నికుంజిత పదం జల జలంజలిత మంజుగడకం పతంజలి దృగంజన మనంజన మసంజల పతంజన పంజనకరం కదంబరుసిమం పరవసం పరమమం బుధకదం భగవిడం భగగలం చిదంబుదిమనింబుద హృదంబుజరవిం పరసిదం పరడనం హృది భజ సతంజిత ముదంజిత నికుంజిత పదం జల జలంజలిత మంజుగడగం పతంజలి త్రిగంజన మనంజన మసంజల పతంజన పంజనకరం కథం పరుసిమం పరవసం పరమమం బుధకదం భగపిడం భగగలం చిదంబుదిమనింబుద హృదంబుజరవిం పరసిదం పరడనం హృది భజ చిదంబరడనం హృది భజ చిదంబరడనం హృది భజ చిదంబరడనం హృది భజ కతుం తకిట తక తకిట కెడతకు దరిగెడతం 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 நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகாபெரியவா சரணம் 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 தக்கிட்ட எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகாபெரியவா சரணம் 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 மன்னித்திர ஷித்து காயித்து எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 செய்த சகல குற்றங்களையும் பாவங்களையும் மன்னித்து ரட்சித்து காயத்து எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 அறியாமலும் தெரிஞ்சும் தெரியாமலும் செய்த சகல குற்றங்களையும் பாவங்களையும் மன்னித்து ரட்சித்து காயித்து எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 தக்கிட்ட தக்கதாம் கதாம் திக்கிட்ட தக்கதாம் கதாம் தக்கிட்ட திக்கிட்ட தத்தா கிணத்து தின் தின் கிணத்து தந்தாம் தின் தின் துந்தும் தக்கிட்ட திந்த திந்தா தக்கிட்ட திந்த தக்கிட்ட தக்கிட்ட தா ததிங்கின குந்தா தக்கதாம் 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 அறிந்தும் அறியாமலும் தெரிஞ்சும் தெரியாமலும் செய்த சகல குற்றங்களையும் பாவங்களையும் மன்னித்து ரட்சித்து காயித்து எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகாபெரியவா சரணம் 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 அறிந்தும் அறியாமலும் தெரிஞ்சும் தெரியாமலும் செய்த சகல குற்றங்களையும் பாவங்களையும் மன்னித்து ரட்சித்து காயித்து எமக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 தா நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 தா நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவா சரணம் 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 தா
Good evening, everyone. We are really happy, honored to be here this great occasion. We salute Swamiji. The piece which we started, it's called Shiva Thandav. So this is how we start our concert. We'll leave it to Lord Shiva, and then he will take it over. The next one, which we're going to do it, it's called 7.5. Usually, in our form of music, we have rhythmic cycles. Not 1.5, maybe we do have 2.5 and 3.5, which we call it Khanda Chapa and Misra Chapa. But mostly 8-beat cycles or 5-beat cycles, 7-beat cycles. So in practice, later on, we developed few talas, which when my dad used to travel with the legendary violin player, L. Shankar Ji, they come up with this idea of 7.5, 8.5, 9.5 beat cycle. So I'm going to give you a small example in 7.5 beat, how the beat goes in. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. How that 7.5 works is, if you double it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So half of 15, it's 7.5. That's how the natural default number which goes in. So what I'm going to ask you all to do this one. You're going to, so you all got that one thing, right? You're going to do it after my 6 count. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Masiva, masiva, gana, vagana, masi, namasiva, namasiva, yata. Siva, gana, magana, masiva, masiva, gana, vagana, masi, namasiva, namasiva, yata. Siva, gana, magana, masiva, masiva, gana, vagana, masi, namasiva, 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 yata. Siva nama yana masiva masiva yana vayana masi namasiva yana masiva yana masiva yana masiva yati. Siva nama yana masiva masiva yana vayana masi namasiva yana masiva yana masiva yana masiva yada. Takitatum kitatagitari kitum takitatum kitatagitari kitum takitatum kitatagitari kitum da. Takitatum kitatagitari kitum takitatum kitatagitari kitum takitatum kitatagitari kitum di. அம்மை நீ அயனும் நீ அன்புடைய மாமனும் மாமியும் நீ ஒப்புடைய மாதரும் உன் பொருளும் நீ ஒரு குலமும் சுற்றமும் மோரூரும் நீ துய் பணமும் மொய் பணமும் தோற்றுவாய் நீ துணையா என் நெஞ்சம் துறப்பிப்பாய் நீ இப்பொன்னி இம்மண்ணி இம்முத்தும் நீ இறைவன் நீ ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே யதா தத்தி தக்கடதும் 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 மாமனும் மாமியும் நீ ஒப்புடைய மாதரும் உன் பொருளும் நீ ஒரு குலமும் சுற்றமும் மோரூரு நீ துய் பணமும் மொய் பணமும் தோற்றுவாய் நீ துணையா என் நெஞ்சம் துறப்பிப்பாய் நீ இப்பொன்னி இம்மண்ணி இம்முத்தும் நீ இறைவன் நீ ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே ஏறுந்த செல்வனும் நீயே
So that was 7.5. The next one, which we're going to do it's 13.25.
Joking.
No, I'm joking. So the next one, which we're going to do, it's called Guru Vandanam. And on this one, we're going to take a solo, and we'll also do some konakol, which is a vocal percussion. So before that, let me introduce the instruments. Of course, you all know the ghatam and mostly the kanjira. The instrument which he plays, it's called morsing, which is similar to Jewish harp. Yeah, so Guru Vandanam.
ஞாயிறு திங்கள் செவ்வாய் புதன் வியாழன் வெள்ளி சனி பாம்பு ராகு கேது போற்றி ராகு கேது போற்றி ராகு கேது போற்றி ஞாயிறு திங்கள் செவ்வாய் புதன் வியாழன் வெள்ளி சனி பாம்பு ராகு கேது போற்றி ராகு கேது போற்றி ராகு கேது போற்றி குருவாய் தந்தைய தோழன வழிகாட்டியை நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை, நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை, நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை. குருவாய் தந்தைய தோழன வழிகாட்டியை நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை, நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை, நான் வணங்கும் மகானே துணை. தாளவாத்திய கலைய கற்று உணர எளிய வழி தேடி அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை, அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை, அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை. தாளவாத்திய கலைய கற்று உணர எளிய வழி தேடி அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை, அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை, அச்சேத்திய குருவே துணை. எங்கும் மெதிலும் துணையாய் நின்றிடல் வேண்டும் ஸ்ரீ 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 காஞ்சி மகா பெரியவ சரணம் 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 சரணம். எங்கும் மெதிலும் துணையாய் நின்றிடல் வேண்டும் ஸ்ரீ 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 காஞ்சி மகா பெரியவ சரணம் 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 சரணம். பிரதோஷ தினத்தில் தரிசனம் செய்து பக்தியில் மீளா அடிமையாய் விளங்கிய, பிரதோஷ தினத்தில் தரிசனம் செய்து பக்தியில் மீளா அடிமையாய் விளங்கி 64வது நாயன்மார் இவர்தான் என ஸ்ரீ 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 காஞ்சி மகா பெரியவ வாக்கினால் அருள் பெற்ற பிரதோஷ சிவமீளா அடிமை உன் பாதம் திருவடி சரணம் தா தி, திருவடி சரணம் திருவடி சரணம் தா தி, திருவடி சரணம் திருவடி சரணம் திருவடி சரணம் தா. தட்டி கிக்கடுதும் தட்டி தக்கடுதும் 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 தா தக்க ஜொல்லோ தட்டி தக்கடுதும் தரி கடது கடது 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 தரி கடது கடது
dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata katakada dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata dakitata dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata katakada dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata katakita katakada dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata katakita dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata dakitatin gatakatida tada dakitata.
மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம் கணபதி சங்கர தக்க தின்னத்தம் ததக்க தின்னத்தம் ததக்க தின்ன மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம் கணபதி சங்கர தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்ன மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம் கணபதி சங்கர தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்ன மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம் கணபதி சங்கர தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்னத்தம் தக்க தின்ன
The instrument which I play, it's called kanjira. It's a one small frame drum. It can be like a damaru. We have like a few instruments, maybe I would say like a two basic instruments which doesn't have a scale, no sur, no shruti, no scale, which is tawil and kanjira. So we can imitate a few sounds. As of now, we don't have much time, so I would like to create or imitate a train sound. Luckily, in India, train goes with the rhythm, not the traffic, but train goes with the rhythm. So here goes. It's a train sound. When the train goes on the bridge, the rhythm stays, but the tone changes. Here, the train goes on the bridge. We have a system which has like non-AC coach and AC coach. When you travel in non-AC coach, this is how you hear it. Just imagine if you are traveling on an AC coach, it's totally soundproofed. How that will sound when you're in an AC coach, just imagine. Now you're in an AC coach. On the AC coach, the doors are automatic. If somebody walks out, the door opens and closes automatically. But meanwhile, the rhythm travels inside. Just imagine somebody is walking out. When the door opens, how the sound travels inside, and then it goes off. Wait a minute, he has to come back, right? We will go back to the non-AC coach. When I used to travel from Chennai to Mumbai, when it reached Pune, I'd be really happy to watch the sound when it goes into the caves. Just imagine the train goes into the cave. On the AC coach. Just an imagination. If the two trains cross each other, and then if they have a discussion or a conversation, how that will sound if it is rhythmically. So here, the train going to meet each other and have a conversation. tam tarikata din tarikata tarikata din din tarikata din tarikata tarikata din tangata tarikata din gatangata tarikata din tangata tarikata de tangata tarikata din tangata tarikata din tangata tarikata de tangata tarikata din tangata tarikata din tangata tarikata de tangata tarikata de tangata tarikata chulu taka chulu taka chulu taka chulu taka chulu taka chulu ta dum da dum kita kita ta ta dum da dum kita 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 dum kita kita taka taka chulu ta kita kita dum kita kita ding kita ding kita kita di na dum ta di na dum ta di kita dum kita Subramanyaya Swaminataya Chandrasekhare Dhiraya Pada Namaste 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 Tarikirtakatum 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 Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our namaskaram to Guruji. Thank you.
Today I think we are singularly privileged to have Sri Vikku Vinayakaram ji along with his whole team, children, grandchildren, grandchild, and also Ganesan ji who has joined us. I think our children have all understood, as I mentioned, how to make audience appreciate music. They connected the audience to the music and they made us feel how day-to-day sounds are music. Music is everywhere, you see. Music is like God, it's everywhere. And especially Carnatic music's specialities is rhythmic patterns. The structure and the complicated rhythmic patterns is the beauty of Carnatic music, which they brought out so well as one of the facets of Indian Carnatic music. And I think we are very, very grateful to all of them for having made time and come here to share their music with all of us. We are very, very happy.
Om Sai Baba Saranam. I am very happy to participate the function. I am really great. Thank you very much for Swamiji, everybody. Thank you for all, everybody. Thank you.
Very, very happy.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आवद्बान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेव मरियन्तयुनीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्र शयना ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन